But the question I have is, along that journey, when
Yeah.
did you become political, or like when
Yeah.
did you start thinking about politics or creating change in your community?
I would say like I would say during high school, I I was frequently put in leadership positions where I had to speak on behalf of people, and I think
Wait, all right. So when you say put, what do you mean by
put
put? Yeah.
like I was given a lot of opportunities to be that. So for example, I believe in ninth grade, um, there was some. I think Chalkbeat was doing a story with some students from my school about like how we were feeling during COVID being shut down and stuff like that. So doing that interview made me feel like, okay, I have a voice and people want to hear my voice when it comes to me representing my community and my peers. And ever since then, it's always been that I've always been looked to as sort of a representative for my peers, for my generation, and things of that nature.
That's because you mad mature, bro. You way more mature than I am. You 19. I be around this guy. I be like, yo, I'm trying to joke. This guy be like, nah. Man. I be like, yo, nah. But you mad mature, and like you always been mature, like your entire life.
I've heard that my entire life.
Like you never was silly and just
Nah,
wilding
I'll be
out.
silly. I could be silly. Like,
Alright.
no, it's. I think just I think I've always had that curious mindset of trying to understand why things work and what and always privy to like what's actually going on.
Yeah.
That sometimes I would rather be more calm and listen or observant to try to be understanding of what's going on. So as a young person, I think that's what that caused me to always be a little more shy and quiet. But as I grew in high school and as I started public speaking, as I started talking to more people, I realized that putting those two things together made it so that I would be able to understand things that most people can't understand or don't want to understand. And at the same time, I can deliver those messages to people so that they can understand. I could deliver it to them in ways that they might actually want to listen to so that they can understand, whether through music, whether through things like this or anything of that nature. So I became political when I realized that everything is politics and politics is everything. And when I saw the Vote 16 movement pick up,
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I like that's what really showed me that young people can have a voice, and young people are having a voice all around the world.
So explain to them what the Vote 16 movement is.
Yeah, so Vote 16 movement, essentially, we're trying to get the voting age dropped to 16.